Russia's invasion of Ukraine is disrupting Vietnam's plans to modernize its military. The country is the largest importer of Russian arms in Southeast Asia. But the war is now making it crucial for Vietnam to develop a domestic defense industry and accelerate its diversification of arms imports away from Russia. CNA's Tungo tells us more.
Vietnam set out a blueprint 2 years ago to modernize its armed forces by 2030. Since Vietnam started its military modernization program in the late 1990s, Russia has been its main supplier of weapons and defense systems.
Vietnam's planning took place when Russia was the obvious source for everything. And then 24th of February 2022, strategic uncertainty entered the pictures.
Hanoi started to face increasing difficulties in procuring arms from Russia following the annexation of Crimea in 2014.
From the time period from Crimea onwards, we see a huge drop in Vietnam's defense expenditure of buying armaments from Russia, which is over $1 billion. Then the Russians invaded, and that made it doubly difficult because Russia's unlikely to be exporting top-of-the-line aircraft and other things that Putin may feel are necessary on the battlefield.
Sanctions imposed by the West on Russia following its invasion of Ukraine had made it difficult for Vietnam to upgrade some of its aging fighter jets based on Russian technology, which many are near the end of their life cycle.
Vietnam decided that it had to give priority to MRO, maintenance, repair, and overhaul of its legacy Russian and Soviet equipment. But at the same time, outside analysts, Jane's Defense Weekly and its people are saying the Su-22 is obsolete. It's nearing the end of its time.
Vietnam is not only diversifying its arms supply sources, it is also developing its domestic arms production industry.
It will push the military to invest more in the Vietnam domestic defense industrial complex. The Vietnamese military has to make up its own weapons in order to meet its demands.
Military sources say Vietnam's domestic defense industry has capabilities to produce a wide range of infantry weapons, ammunition, and artillery shells. Vietnam also takes pride in its ability to build some warship. But even as Vietnam strengthens its defense ties with other countries, experts say Russia is likely to remain as Vietnam's most important source of military arms. Tùng Ngô, CNA, Hà Nội.